shy, don't stall. We got a funky vibe, yeah. Welcome all. It's a safe spot where the truth combines. Share your thoughts, leave your worries behind. Woo! Defenseless, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be. Woo! Got mysteries, stories that feeling right. We dig deep, ain't no secrets to hide. No judgment here, just an open crew. We're all about justice and the honest view. Yeah, defenseless, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be.
Well, g'day. How are we? Get that off the screen so that. There we go. Hello. Welcome. And Merry Kiss My Ass. Or something to that effect. Hello, Miss Elizabeth. How you doing? I know you're in disguise, but I recognize you. I see you. Oh, where'd it go? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How are you, sweetheart? I hope you're all well. Now, before we get into it, hello, sweet cheeks. How you doing? Long time to speak. I definitely know Brandy is not able to join us this morning. She's had a couple of health concerns, which I'm waiting to hear back from Tyre from. So I'm not sure if Tyre's got time now to pop in because, yeah, it was a bit sudden. So I apologise. I wasn't clickbaiting anybody. In fact, this is the third time the stream's been altered in time because it's just a ridiculous time of year, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and shit happens. So I was just going to do basic Chrissy theme thing, have a chitty chat, make sure you're all organised for Christmas, that you've all got your Valium to cope with the silly season. Oh shit, where'd the coffee go? Fuck. I'll be back. No coffee. No, sorry. Un momento, per favor. I'll put some. It's made. I've just left it on the bench. Let me put some elevator music on for 2 seconds while I go and get it. Okay. I need to see this.
In the hollow where the shadows fall, we gather round, we hear the call. Liquid fire from the mountain's hand burns like truth, but it tastes like sand. Oh, it sure feels right at the end of the day. Drink it up, let the story stay. The creek laughs low, the fire cracks loud. We lose ourselves in a moonlit crowd.
All right, I apologise. I'm back. It's the first one of the day. I absolutely cannot go without it. Oh, yeah. So, are we all organised for Christmas? Or are we running around going, I've run out of time. I know I've been doing that at the very least. I'm doing some t-shirts and hats and stuff for my kids' Christmas presents. Normally I would, in previous years, I normally spend November in Thailand, and I get all my Christmas presents there because the kids send me, photos of all their imitation Prada and whatever handbags and stuff they want, and I bring them all back, and there you go, Merry Christmas. And this year I was like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? So Tan's got this, it's a printing thing, so it actually cuts out the pictures or wording or whatever, and you can use a press and it irons on. So you do things like this basically. And so I was under the impression that I've never used anything like that before. She said, no, it's too easy. You just upload this design. You've got a picture, send it to me, send it through, and it'll take 5 minutes to print it off, and then as long as it takes to iron a t-shirt, that's it. Oh, cool. So I headed around there yesterday at 3 p.m. and I didn't leave there until 1:30 this morning, and we still hadn't done one. Not for lack of trying. It was because it was a specific file format that she needed to be compatible with her machine if I was going to directly push them over to her, like send them to her, and then she could use them. And I'd saved everything on Canva and as a PDF, so I had to go right back in and change all of them. But then I also had to, when you make this file, it's like an image file. So anything else on there, like the instructions on what colour lettering, what size it was, all the rest of it had to come off completely and redone again. So, and I'd spent about 2 hours putting all that shit in. So, yeah, it was a comedy of errors. So she is kindly, I've managed to get them all to her, and she's kindly printing them out for me today. Bless her socks. But, yeah, it's been fun. Oh, so I'm having my family Christmas here tomorrow for lunch with the girls and their fellas. And I have I chose the easy option and got it catered. So we're having yummy I wonder if I can get a picture of it. Hang on. Let me see. What are you all guys having for your Christmas? Are you doing traditional, or are you doing seafood? Are you going out? What are you all doing? Let me know while I'm looking for this. Outbox would be good. Jody, sent. My daughter's fella is I think he's got Asperger's, so he's very limited in his food choices. He tends to stick with, chicken schnitzels, basically. So there we go. Now, how do I share that? Save. Oh, no, I can just do a screen share, surely. Let me have a look. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah. Oh, did it? Can I? Even better. Fig jam. There you go. That's what we're having for lunch. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Oh, that's good. Oh, I thought I was covered then. So, yes, we're having the mixed schnitty slider platter and the grazing platter as well. And I'm making up a couple of salads, and we're doing, for dessert, we're doing the little individual mini pavs, and then just everything you can think of to add on top in a little bowl beside it, plus cream on top. and you make your own. Every conceivable lolly, sweet fruit, all there. And some cream of Biscoff. Because I love me Biscoff. So what are you having? Are you having traditional Teresa? Are you doing your roast pork dealios? What about you, Jen? Are you you have a family like a tradition, or are you having cold seafood platter? I suppose it's cold over there, isn't it? You want something nice and warm. We tend to opt for. Oh, geez, who does that? Who does that? We tend to opt for seafood because it's quite hot here. So I'm just waiting on a message back from Tataya. All right, cool. Yes, so that's what we're having. And so then the girls will be going off to their father's place. And they're staying because he lives at, a fair way out of town. They'll be staying there the night and spending Christmas Day with him. Oh, stop it. It's my headphones. They must be, it's very sensitive. So every time I move, they go in and out and stop working. I'll just turn those off. It's not like I'm just unplug them. Hang on. I'll stop. Yeah. Okay. Oh, better change it to a speaker so that I can hear what you're doing. Where are we? Settings. Audio. Right. Yep, we're working. All right. Oh, what are you doing? You're doing homemade mac and cheese. Oh, and filet mignon. Filet mignon. And you go to your brother's house on Chrissy Eve. Have a big dinner there. Cool. Yeah, it's what was that? I missed something, did I? Especially, what have I missed? It's me incognito. Not sure where you're going to be. I mean, just go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I hate that. I had to delete a heap of shit. But if you've got an iPhone, you can actually go into the settings on the phone, and you basically just like hold that app in suspension if you don't use it very much, and it frees up some extra space for you to do that. And then when you need to, you can drop them back down. It sort of holds them in the cloud. I found that really helpful. But that's my job over Christmas too, is to get a new phone. So that's what I'm doing. Now, as far as streaming goes, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. So I'll probably have, maybe a week to get some shit done, because there's always shit to be done, no doubt. Since the social media, that's one thing that I have to fix, because when they brought this law in, which is the you need to verify that your age, so that anyone under 16 can't hold a YouTube account. So they pretty much brought this law in and then logged everybody out of YouTube, and you had to relog back in with the new, agreeing to the new guidelines and policies and what have you. But then you had to also, they logged you out of Google and StreamYard. Or because they logged me out of YouTube, it logged me out of StreamYard. So I still can't get my YouTube account and my StreamYard account, which is the platform that you stream from, to connect properly. And yeah, it's shit, basically. I mean, it doesn't really affect me because it's not my my genre of viewers, so to speak. But just the fuck around with trying to change it is a pain in the ass. You have a shitty Samsung Galaxy. It is very annoying, Jen. Very, 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 very. Yeah. So, has anyone been watching the sidebars? Sidebars. I watched one of them with Emily C. One of the first lot. So what I've done, if anyone's interested, because I wanted to know, what if they skimmed it? Like, well, how will we know we're getting all of them? Because, you know, one or two here missing, who fucking knows? Because it takes so long for the courts to transcribe their shit. So I basically went through, because, you know, I've uploaded everything to my database. I just went through and asked it to make a list of every one of them, timestamp it and mark it the day, just so that we can check them off. So if anyone wants a copy of that, they're welcome to it. I've sent one to As Gavel Drops. They may upload it, they may not. It's up to them. But, yeah, it's available if you want it. Hey, Liz. I'm an Android. Nah, I can't go back to that. The kids have all Apple products. I don't like them. They keep trying to get me to switch. Yeah. Yeah. Apple all the way, baby. Apple all the way. Apple iPad, Apple phone. But yeah, I definitely need to upgrade it. Shit. What else has been happening out there? Karen Reid. Sidebars. I think they're just getting drips and drabs, aren't they? From that. There's nothing happening at this stage with Mickey Steins. As you know, that last hearing was cancelled at the last minute, which I believe is because the judge has been away, or the defence they haven't actually put anything in writing, but the judge has a conflict of interest. He was on the same mental health commission in Kentucky together. So, yeah, they knew each other. What's that? Just not saying I'd rather have an LG. Don't LG make TVs. Where to go? This is how fucking IT, like, I can do things with a particular program and know it inside out, but for simple IT shit that I can't get my head around. So I had a girlfriend stay over the other night, and because I have now moved my bedroom, as you can see, into my lounge room, so that I can actually lay down with my leg up and stream at the same time, we now use the monitors for my TV or my iPad, basically. And I've set up the other room, my old bedroom, with the massive big wall-mounted TV and the lounge suite and what have you, as a TV room. So I was trying to make one of the monitors go dark so that we could watch Netflix on the other one, and it wasn't, making it too light. And so I was stuffing around with the colour theme on the settings, and I've made it. So I don't know what I've done, but I've changed it so much that half of the shit I can't see because I've changed the colour to the wrong colour, and it blends in and you can't see what you're selecting. So I have to get Tan up here to fix my settings. Oh dear. Oh, what's that? What did you do? Oh, so you don't have to do that. Does that come up as a super chat? Like, I can't see what it is. Well, yeah, I didn't start that. Yes, hang on. I'm gonna try and find where it is. Here we go. Ready? Yes.
Shout out to the person that just gave us a super chat. This community is just the best. Love you all the different ways.
Thank you, sweetheart. It looks different to me. Is that one for the GoFundMe, or is that? Anyway, thank you very, very much. You didn't have to do that, you dag. I know, it's very, very tight. It's very, very tight this time of year, isn't it? Tighter than me. Oh dear. I'm laughing because I've got a video queued up ready because there was something that I came across with regards to Mickey's stuff that I'd missed, basically, and stuff that, yeah, you'll see. But it was presented from Lawyer You Know, and the screen grabber that I've got, actually I'm going to share it with you. The screen grab I've got, it's really fucking funny. It was a bad pause. Oh dear. There's only one problem though. When I laugh, I squint my eyes and I can't fucking see a thing. Where is it? Share. Enter stage. Sorry, Peter. That's what I've been looking at and making me giggle. Oh dear. Oh. So yeah, because we have a source that's been feeding us some information, and I didn't realize that there was something that actually verified the stuff that they were telling us. So that really makes me confident that what the information that we're getting is accurate. So do you remember me telling you that we believed that when Mickey left after lunch to go and deliver the meals with Preacher Man, he had an attempt made on his life. That's what we were told. And that's why when he came back to the chambers, he was so paranoid, anxious, and that was pretty much the triggering event. Well, there is evidence that actually happened. So I was trying to cue it up. And I think I may have it, but I'll soon find it.
If you think that makes me say he's a victim, I don't think he's a victim. That's what I'm talking about, this lawyer filing the lawsuit. I wouldn't feel bad. It's not your fault. Feel bad for the loss of life, of course, but it's not your fault Mickey Steins and the judge were mixed up in this and they did horrible things and they continue to do horrible things after you filed the lawsuit. It's not your fault as the lawyer, in my opinion. Maybe some people disagree with me on that.
Okay.
On the Monday, we took Sheriff Stein's deposition. He was acting odd, tense, whatever word you want to use.
On September 18th, the day before the shooting, Sheriff Steins makes an unusual request of a staff member of the sheriff's office. They said he told them to get his bulletproof vest. He insisted on going home to check on his wife, and he asked to have someone call and check on his daughter, Lila. That same day, September 18th, the day before the shooting, Sheriff Stein saw a doctor to discuss his mental health. A family member and many friends had been pleading with him to get this kind of help. Then, the day of the shooting, September 19th, Sheriff Steins went on a food delivery trip. It's something he often did. He went with the man who we know as Michael Clark, who says he was working for an addiction recovery program. Steins' defense wrote that a sheriff's office staff member said this about the trip, and that it mirrors what Clark told state police. Quote, "The recipients of the food were acting strangely and were wanting Steins to take the food up on a hill, and the recipients wanted to take them up on a hill on a side-by-side."
On the delivery, there was an incident where our client was asked to deliver to another place. that was not the normal place where he did the delivery.
This is also interesting just to think about how much testimonial evidence, video evidence, where Mickey Steins was, CCTV video, video from the streets. I mean, there's going to be a lot of evidence in this case to talk about exactly what happened. And again, this timeline is something that's going to help the defense.
For this particular individual, and the witness will testify that at this point he was very concerned that there was an attempt to isolate him and to cause him harm.
13 minutes before the shooting, we see Sheriff Steins returning with Michael Clark, walking into the judge's chambers.
Now, see that?
Thanks.
That right there is exactly what we were told. And if you have a look, if we go back a little bit on that last bit, when they come in, when they come in, just watch Preacher Man. He's looking around. The only thing in that corner is a wall and a camera.
That there was an attempt to isolate him and to cause him harm.
13 minutes before the shooting, we see Sheriff Steins returning with Michael Clark, walking into the judge's chambers.
Right there. What the fuck is he looking at? It's basically a wall. Excuse me. And that door then goes into that like a staff room, sort of smoking room, and then that opens into like a breezeway type of thing between the two rooms of the courts, the judge's chambers. We don't need to go any further than that. But they also interviewed. It's very interesting. I can't remember his name. It'll come to me, but
Mullins paranoid that Mickey Steins was going to try to get him. So much going on when you have this type of corruption, and it starts to eat at people from the inside out, and it all starts to. There is an element.
Nobody was supplying me information. I was not a very popular person.
Nobody was supplying him information. So if this is something that Mickey Steins swore was true and knew was true, and he swore it, more delusions and paranoia, more evidence of a mental break, more arguments for Mickey Steins' defense lawyer.
yes, let him talk.
You said it, there's been some active delusional thinking going on. And in this case, I think the delusional thinking with these kind of paranoid.
Well, if you've just been threatened and then lured away, would you not be a bit paranoid as well? I think that's perfectly normal for anyone in that situation.
Conspiracies. To be clear, Steins was named in the lawsuit, but actually in his official capacity.
So what does that mean? Steins was named in the lawsuit, but in his official capacity. What does that mean? Because that makes a big difference than if you name, and again, we're kind of getting a preview of who is Karen Reed suing and why. Fitz Proctor and Yuri Buchanan and Tully, what in their official capacity as law enforcement? Personally,
Do you know how many people, how many creators have the hots for this guy? You got no idea. It's like, oh my God, get over it. Anyway, so that was my lead-in because there is another video that came out. And I've got to remember where I put it. I actually think it was on Discord. Yes. Where is it? Go in there. Oh, yeah. That's right. I was going to show this one too. This one is
The good guys are early.
go away.
Tuesday deals are on now. Get yourself cheap free $7.77.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my podcast. Please click subscribe. I'm in Letcher County, Kentucky.
See? Everything happens at once here. This is why I don't stream during the day normally. And the reason I was late was because my bloody mower man was here. I couldn't even think. Okay, let's swap that. Share screen. That one. Okay, let's get that there. So this is a newly
Right
released
now,
one.
this is where the sheriff shot and killed the judge right in the judge's chambers. I'm investigating what happened, and there's a lot more to the story.
This is the very first one when Tyre came out. So, what was that? I can't stand that. Yes, no. And they actually brought up, did you see how they brought up that like ripped document thing that was typed out that had like, it was obviously like either a document or deposition or something. I have not found one thing anywhere that he was interviewed, made a statement, nothing. Nothing is documented anywhere. And I've searched high and low. And he was the last person to spend time with Nikki alone. So you'd think that his information might be a little bit pertinent, yeah?
The allegations of a secret sex ring. I'm looking into all of it for this edition of Brian Enton Invest.
I just thought this might be now that we know a bigger picture, that it might be interesting to go back and just have a look and see how it transpired.
Hey guys,
And
so
thanks,
I've got
Brian.
two really
Cheers.
interesting interviews coming up from Kentucky. First of all, a woman who I spoke to said that she had sex with the judge countless times. The judge who was murdered. She said she had sex with him countless times to get out of crimes, and she says that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the corruption. Also, a jailer, a different one who worked in the jail as a guard, who says that there were sex parties going on in and around the jail, and she goes into detail. So you're going to hear from
that actual interview wasn't set up at the time. It was Brian was supposed to just see Tyre, but Sarah was there at the when he came, and he convinced her to go on and say something, and that's been thrown back in her face many times.
Both of those women in a second. First, let me give you guys some of the backstory here. Catch you up.
We don't need the backstory. Whoops. Okay. That's probably a little bit too far, Jody. There we go.
Including a woman who I interviewed named Taya Adams, who sat down with me. I went to her home in Kentucky, and she said that she had sex with the judge to get out of trouble. She acknowledges that the corruption is widespread. She also acknowledges that she's been in and out of trouble for addiction, and has been in and out of jail, but said that actually made her the perfect victim, and says she is telling the truth about what happened. Listen to this. So, what was your first interaction with the judge?
I knew it was
Teresa,
cool because my
are
sister worked for the Commonwealth Attorney.
Whoa, Joe. I get mad. Teresa, stop, love. Oh, Lord. You don't need to give me that to tell me that. I'll get you later. You watch your turkey. Thank you. You shouldn't have. It's naughty, but thank you. Hang on. See, I get the giggle now. Just that fills in the time while I'm looking for the super chat thing.
Out to the person that just gave us a super chat. This community is just the best. Love you all the distance.
And you're very, very naughty. You keep. You got more people to feed and my presents for, and you got grandbabies that need that. I'll speak to you later, madam. Mwah. All right.
for a really long time. Like I grew up
Asshole.
in his office and stuff. So
Look at that
whenever
experience.
he got elected to be Commonwealth Attorney, and we moved over into City Hall, and then Kevin was the Assistant Commonwealth Attorney, and his office was like across the road from it. And I was kind of like informal intern in there, like learning office management and stuff. And I went over to his office to learn how to take a deposition. And that was the first interaction that I had with him as far as the sex and stuff goes.
What happened?
I gave him oral with my shirt pulled down, and whenever we were done, he threw money in my face, told me to clean myself up, and reminded me that I knew better than to tell my sister.
And what was his job?
Now, don't forget that interaction that happened when. Oh, look at that. Something works. I clicked on the right thing that was invisible. Maybe I should make them always invisible because I just randomly clicked on that and it was the right one. All right. So Taya went there in the capacity for education. Like she was on work experience. She went to the courthouse to learn how to take a deposition, not give a blowjob. Okay? That's it. She is not a prostitute. She is not a hooker. She is not a sex worker. She was groomed into this from fucking 16. She didn't know any better. And then they were fed the drugs. And it's been insinuated, they were all having a party and they were having fun until they weren't. There you go. That one's for you. Mm-hmm. And they are very, very sneaky in what they do. Like, so let's put a bit of background into this. So when this first all broke, Elizabeth from Hillbilly Crime was pretty much the only person that was covering this, okay? And funnily enough, she only just started up her YouTube channel and overnight pretty much went viral with this case. So in a kind of sense, she didn't have to put in the effort that a lot of us had to for that 12 months. Do you know what I mean? It just so happened that she had it land on her doorstep. So she then interviewed Taya and Brandy and Sarah, and then continued on with her coverage. Now, there was one person that Taya has mentioned in her statements that was one of her abusers, and Elizabeth didn't believe her. She likes this particular man, and so she pretty much said to Ty, well, that's not been confirmed, and he's a good man, and now you're just throwing accusations and rah, rah, rah. And then went online and started, on her stream, it was the same sort of time as when Lila Steiners came out and started speaking as well. So with that, Liz basically flipped. So because she didn't agree with Ty's accusation of this man, she then started on trying to prove his credentials and disprove Taya. That's how this all came about. So she said a few things about Lila, Nikki Stein's daughter, particularly about, her body type, yeah, and then started to discredit Taya, launched a campaign basically to discredit her, and then went on to Gavin Fish and said pretty much, word for word actually, that actually let me play it for you because Nobody believes. Well, sorry, she actually claims then, once she gets called out on it, she goes, "Oh, I didn't do it. Wasn't me. You misinterpreted what I said." Yup. No, we fucking didn't, bitch. Where did I say that? Where are you? Come on. Come on. I can never find anything when I'm looking for it. I goddamn recorded it. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is.
So, I feel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's it. Preview.
So, I feel.
Move that over there. And I'll share that instead. I'll do that. Okay, I find you. There you go. Straight out of the horse's mouth.
Targeted. I feel like once again, here you are trying to pick on me.
Really?
You tell me to get a job. Honey, I got one. I made my own. And I can't help who likes it and who don't. My bank account likes it, and that's all that matters.
It's been a hard month this month for everybody. So we pray that, the Lord will provide. I'm going to go ahead and pray right now. Lord, I pray that you will touch each and every one of our finances, Lord, going forward. So many of us are struggling, Lord. We just need a touch from you. We need a little bit of favor. And I know that you can turn it around overnight.
So, I feel targeted. I feel like
I'm going to go ahead and get favor. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I pray that you forgive me for my sins, Lord. So I pray, Lord, that you'll forgive me.
Shut up and you pray.
Guide me. Keep God above. His forgiveness. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
Jesus' name, in Jesus' name.
Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. Oh, fuck, that was only one of them. After all that? God damn it. How do I go back? That's not the one I wanted. The one I wanted was her. I don't have a shit ton on here, do I? No. No. Little. Maybe it's that one. Is that it? Yes.
out and immediately went to Facebook and put it on, on Facebook. Oh my God, look at what Elizabeth's done. Blah, blah, blah. And I didn't say anything else. That was it. I just went ahead and block.
So basically what she does is if you get on and confront her about anything that just like you can prove that disputes what she said, she just deletes your comment and blocks you straight away.
Out and immediately went to Facebook. Out and immediately went to Facebook and put it on, on Facebook. Oh my God, look at what Elizabeth's done. Yeah, well, we've done dope off the judge's desk, and the judge has done it off my hind end and, just all this stuff. We all had a great time until they didn't.
Yeah, we're having fun until they weren't. Now, That's not how that should work. Sorry. Oh, and I'll start it back in there again. Play.
Can put it on, on Facebook. Oh my God, look at what. And I didn't say anything else. That was it. I just went ahead and block. Bullshit. Be like, hey, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they had this get out of jail free card. And that's why we're not seeing a lot of women come forward now, from what I was told.
Okay, the problem with that is that those that say a person in Taya's position, what she said happened.
Now they're not talking about this 16-year-old.
She's trying to make out that I'm not a bitch. I wasn't talking about when she was 16. I was talking about when she was older. Bitch, this happened when she was 16, you motherfucker.
They're talking about paying for sex.
Sex. Really?
But it started when she was a 16-year-old, and the power imbalance, even if there's no power imbalance, even if she's 30, the power imbalance is what makes it non-consensual.
That's where the shift is coming in this
bullshit.
In the community.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm being told by people in the community, that they're not, they're not sold on this big, because we don't have any evidence yet. Nobody's coming forward.
Really?
You've only got one person's word, and I've done seen how many lies have been coming out of her mouth.
Really?
Seeing what is unfolding before our very eyes right now, how can we believe anything she said about the judge?
Mm-hmm. That's lovely, isn't it? Wait, there's more. There's more. It's coming. Oh, okay.
The shift is it's about the whole victim versus prostitution thing.
Yeah, here we go.
What I'm hearing from a whole lot of people now is that a lot of people don't consider women like Taya a victim.
A lot of people don't consider like Taya a victim.
Bullshit. They because they've come out and they've said, oh yeah, well, we've done dope off the judge's desk, and the judge has done it off my hind end, and just all this stuff. We all had a great time until they didn't. Bullshit.
That was me. I'm saying that.
People are starting to be like, hey, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they had this get out of jail free card.
Anyway, so that's the shit that she started to put on. And then that's when Taya got on. What did she do? She got on to Liz's chat and had a go at it, basically. So Liz has just basically blocked her. Okay, so Taya can't see anything. And has since been launching a campaign to discredit her. And she does it very, very slyly. So she doesn't just come out and say, this is what I'm thinking, blah, 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 blah. She twists it into her narrative. And so when we did our stream together last Saturday, that's when they were so mad because she's been putting so much crap out there about them. They're just like, enough. We have to defend ourselves and answer it back. So they basically said, this is all lies. Here's the evidence. I've actually got text messages. They took screenshot of the text messages between Brandy and Liz regarding, that's right. So what she's done now is she attacked Sarah, and she attacked her credibility, and she referred back to this video. just recently. And Sarah is in the middle of a custody battle. She's the one whose children, the father of the children, decided one day 18 months ago that he wasn't going to return them to her. And so she's been in an active child protection court case that's ongoing. And then Liz has basically inserted herself and said all of these horrible things about Sarah, alleging that she was selling fentanyl and just a whole heap of shit, which could just jeopardize her child's, her getting her kids back, for fuck's sake. So that's when Tyre and Brandy got on last weekend and said, okay, this is bullshit, enough is enough, We had not even mentioned one thing about Liz at all. So during that stream, Tyre had asked me to do some research on her cousin, and because he had just had some good news and she wanted to present that with as a positive thing. So she gave me some articles to look up, and I did some research, and I sent her like a basic overall thing which she presented on that stream that night, which was fine. And then the next day, what do you know? Elizabeth has the stream up called How Do Charges Disappear? So she's gone back to 2022. She makes it out that I just found these articles that have Tyre's cousin in them. And she dedicated the entire stream basically into shitting on her cousin and making innuendos, and the way she framed it was like, I'll leave that up to you to decide, but this. She never mentioned once. It was the exact same story, the exact same articles we presented. The next day she'd done it. And nobody on there realizes, like, they just think that she's she even had the gall to say, oh, I found these, and that's why Hillbilly Crime is so good, because you would have just got blocked by a paywall and not been able to find out this information. It's just randomly found an article back from 2022 about Tyre's cousin. So pretty much accused him of getting out of the charges that were made, that Daniel Dotson had interfered and smoothed shit over because he was married to Daniel Dotson's ex-wife. Then followed it up with, you guys can go watch it yourselves if you like, but just so bad. And she was reveling in it. It is disgusting. And it's just made me so fucking mad. Thankfully, she's blocked Tyre, so Tyre hasn't seen it. Because, that's not going to get. She even went so far as to say, how did he keep his nursing license, whilst with, accusations as violent as these. So, but Tyre and that, they're not going to react or respond, because that's what she wants. She wants you to feed into it, because drama sells clicks. Yeah, or clicks sells. She's got no content with Tyre anymore, so she's got to make it up somehow. She is just revolting. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Leave a comment as well to say how disgusting she is of it, and sharing, making it out like she's found all this information and that it's random, because it ain't random. I'm telling you right now. Not on your Nelly. Right. If you actually, knowing what you know now, and you watch that episode, you will be disgusted. Just makes my stomach turn. Anyway, no more. We're done. We're not. I broke my cardinal rule. Now, let me present this back again. And we'll have a listen to what, just looking back now, knowing what we know now on how things have played out. Where is it? Oh, there. It's interesting to watch back.
Assistant Commonwealth attorney, and we would do sex parties and perform shows and have sex with them for money, things like that.
Where were the parties?
Various places. There are different cabins. There's an apartment down like toward Thornton that they would use. It's got like mirrored ceilings and a bidet and a sex swing and all the things.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you could say no?
It looks pretty out there.
No, and they would make sure to make you feel as small and degraded and belittled as possible to take your power away, you know?
What sort of things would they do?
But also, like, I have to say, like, we were having fun too, you know, like we were doing drugs, we was doing coke, doing a lot of cocaine, partying, you know, like it wasn't like they were just like, they weren't raping like physically, like, you know, what people think about when they hear the word rape. It was consensual. But it was the thing that we were so young, and then they used it against us and to destroy our lives later.
How so?
With the legal system. And CPS. Systematically removing your whole life, piece by piece.
Did they ever tell you that you couldn't say anything?
Yeah. I mean, that was just a given, you know? And like, who would believe it anyway, because the whole town was doing it, you know? Nobody cares. They're all swingers. It's all a big party to them. It was just like so normal.
Did you ever have sex with him after he became judge?
Yeah.
When he was the judge?
Yes. I've had sex with him in the chambers. I've had sex with him upstairs.
You had sex in the chambers?
Yes.
How did that?
It was not the room that's on film. That's on that, where that camera is, where the murder and stuff happened. That's not the room that was always the chambers. I don't know, like, I think it might be behind that where it was. But there was like a different desk and everything in there. That's not the same room.
And how did that happen?
What?
The sex in the chambers.
We would just like, sometimes we would just go over there and hang out, and he'd be like, just hang out. And we go sit on the bench for a while. I'll be in a minute. You know, and everybody would come back there and smoke and stuff after. The girls who, they would bring them up from the jail for the house arrest people and stuff. They would have sex all over the place with them too.
From the jail?
Yeah.
Were you ever there when that happened?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew the girls personally. Yeah. They were my friends and family. They were the people that we lived with on the streets.
So they would
the other ones that they've done the same thing to and taken their kids and slammed them and put them with all these big crazy charges.
So I mean, you're saying it like it's so normal, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So the judge would have sex with inmates from the jail?
Yes.
And you saw it?
Yes. I was part of it. I was one of them. Not just from being in jail, like coming in off the street and seeing them. Yeah.
How did they keep it a secret?
It wasn't a secret. Wasn't a secret.
Why did you feel like you had to have sex with the judge?
Because he's the one with the power. He holds my entire life in his hands.
And so
he's the one that makes the decisions over whether I get to keep my children or not. He's the one that makes the decisions on whether I go to jail.
Yep.
Or whether I get a, like they.
So
they would,
Tyre's initial, like the time that she did the last, she was she was in the like the booking office. They have like a cell inside the booking office. In, I think it's the police department or I don't know, but she was in a cell with her and Lexi, and this other woman came in, and she ended up having a physical altercation with this other woman. And from that physical altercation, by the time she left that cell, it had been upgraded. Her charges had been upgraded to kidnapping, and she was sentenced to 7.5 years for being in that. That was what it was based on. By the time she got from that booking office to the jail, sentence had increased to 12.5 years. So she did her time. She did all of the things she had to do She did every program that she had to do. She ticked all the boxes. And when it came time for her to fulfill her parole obligations, one of them was to have her child support paid off, basically. She'd already had the twins and Sadie. They basically took Sadie, tore her out of her arms as a baby when she gave birth. So the 3 children taken away already. And then, so with her child support, when she got out, she found out that whilst she was incarcerated, they had doubled her child support payments and added interest. So she was owing more, even though she was paying it off every fortnight. So, and she owed more when she got out, so she didn't meet the terms of her parole. And that's why her parole is now until 2099. So she is still, like, if she breaks the law type of thing, it's a breach of her parole. Yeah, she's got this hanging over her head still. So it doesn't go away. And now that she is actually being watched so closely by the media, and having had is a massive interview a couple of weeks ago with Court TV, like when this comes out, shit's going to hit the fan. It's going to go down. So just keep your eye out for that. It's not advertised. It's not widely known. But they were in town for 2 or 3 days, and they've actually got to discuss more of the entire picture. So they're not just focusing on the sex scandal stuff. They're focusing on the judicial system and the biases and the control, the coercive control of abuse of power by the courts, by the law enforcement, and by child protection as well. So, hey, Chen, how are your fingers? Tanya's busy picking the lettering from the sticky stuff to go onto my, oh, you know what I mean, the printing stuff. Bless her. So, yeah, she's doing the hard work. I haven't got the dexterity in my hands to do it anymore at all. That fall I had a couple of weeks ago, I got my results back and I've torn more ligaments in my left shoulder as well. So, yeah. Well, that's what we're here for, Jen. That's exactly what we're trying to do. So, in the description boxes of all of, except for this one today, I haven't had time to put it in, but all the ones with Tyre in it, they have all of their contact details. So if you know anyone that wants to interview them, they're happy to have it shared. They want to get it out there, all right? So feel free. Her email address is in there. And that's the other thing that I found. Like, I actually approached Hillbilly Crime to do a collaboration with me and to see, to ask if she could forward Ty's details onto me, to get the message out there. I said, international audience, I'll spread your word. And it would have promoted her at the same time. Never, ever got back to me. And then I got into her chat and said the same thing. And she's like, yeah, girl, send me an email. Did it again. Never, ever heard back. She had no intention of sharing that information. She wanted it to herself. So, yeah. So they also, in the interview with Court TV, was Tyre has had 2 ex-husbands and her best friend all die under suspicious circumstances. Bad. 2, not just 1. Silas is Sadie's dad, and he did an interview what's that that YouTube channel in Kentucky? Is it Hats and the 2 old people that can't remember their names. They've got a YouTube channel anyway, and they interviewed her ex-husband, and he made a statement about the judge and his behaviour. Didn't do him any good. And the video they put up of that interview was heavily redacted, like really badly. Hatfield and McCaws, that's it, yep. So basically not long after that interview, he had a head-on collision and was killed instantly, and they did a tox screen on him, and he was absolutely full of it was like a hot shot basically. He had all sorts in his system. And the other husband, Clarence, he was incarcerated at the time, and he had a heart condition, and he was basically put into solitary confinement for a week, and they withheld his heart medication from him, and beat him up every day, and he basically died in jail. Yeah, and I've seen the medical examiner's report, and I've actually seen photos as well, so I can affirmatively say that is true, that he was beaten, and he is now deceased. That's two. And Lexi as well, her best friend. She was the one that had the sex tapes. Not just one, multiple. And she presented them to the sheriff's department, and she's no longer with us. And then you add in Jennifer Hill, who was the co-defendant in Sabrina Atkins' court case. She's no longer with us either. And there is at least 14 other, actually, they gave a number. It was ridiculous. 14 other missing people under suspicious circumstances that are all tied into this, all of them. So, yeah. And Ty has actually had a threat. She had the same thing happen to her as what happened to Mickey that day when he went out for that meal delivery. And that was only a few weeks ago. So the threat is still real, and it's out there, and they're putting their lives on the line. And then you have some fuckwit over there taking the piss and making fun of it and victim shaming, basically saying, oh no, they were just prostituting themselves and taking drugs and having fun. And she pretty much said the judge was just a ladies' man. Yeah, she is horrific, just disgraceful. Yeah. And there's stuff that I know that I can't tell you either. And there's so much more. It's so deep, and you are going to flip your shit when it comes out. Absolutely flip your shit. But I can't say anything because it will. It could affect the investigation, and I don't want that shit to happen. So those people need to go. The whole system needs to be cleared out from top to bottom. So yeah. What else we got in here? Did I show you today's? No, I didn't. All right. I'll keep watching that. Keep you watching this, and I'll try and find the recent one of Mickey whilst I was on there. So I've got a different screen. Is that still sharing the same? Oh. No, it's not. Remove. Share screen. There. And
No, she failed it, and I would have to make them lab it every time because I wasn't feeling it. That was the one good thing that Kevin did for me when my twins, we fought for them for months. Finally got them back in the home. Social services was so harassing and so bad that he called her out in court. He said, that's enough. He said, you have taken this too far, and I'm reporting you to Frankfurt. And he called the ombudsman, contacted me and to supposedly open an investigation against the child services here. And I never heard nothing about it.
Did the judge ever say you have to do this, or if you do this,
You come see me 3 times and we'll take care of this. If it's a ticket or something, you know, or you get some minor charge, some petty charge, come visit me a few times. We'll take care of it.
You would say that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
And how many women do you think were also doing this?
Total over the years, hundreds. Yeah. And not just for the women who had charges. Like if your man or somebody, your child is in there, then you could go see him for that too.
And everybody knew this was going on?
Yes. Yes.
So what did you think when the sheriff killed the judge? When you found
My
out?
heart just like exploded in relief. I thought finally somebody is going to see this, because now they can't look away. They have to look. They have to see what's happening here. And then it's been all this time and still not seeing anything happening, you know.
Oh, it's happening.
Nobody's saying anything. People have been making videos and coming out with their story for a long time, but they're being retaliated against to the point that they're leaving this. They've had to pack up and leave homes that they own here and leave the state and go rent somewhere else because they've ran them out of town.
Do you feel nervous talking about this? Have you been retaliated against?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I also know that God's got this, you know, and that our kids, I don't want our kids to have to grow up in this town like it has been for us. Because once they get their hooks in you, they never let you go. You don't get to live.
Yep.
You don't get to choose your life. You don't choose your own path. They do that for you.
Has anyone tried to intimidate you into not talking?
Like comments on Facebook, and yes, a lot of victim blaming, shaming, stuff like that, petty stuff. But then also we had the message from the jailer's sister that said that they started it, she's going to finish it. And she's on Facebook like slandering Liz, saying she went through like hours of footage to catch a freeze frame of her eye like glitching like in the middle of a blink or something, and put it on there on Facebook. Look, she's high. We need to call CPS to come take her kids. And that's how it happens. They'll call CPS on you, and then they will take your children unfounded for nothing, for no reason.
That's what they've done.
Or like in my case, the court ordered me to take Suboxone, and then showed up at the hospital when I gave birth to take my child because she had Suboxone in her system. She had Subutex in her system. They said my prescription wasn't valid. Yeah. It was.
So that's how deep it runs. It runs through the doctors. It runs through child protection. It runs through everything. Yes, you need to tell us. Congratulations, sweetheart. What did you win? You never told me what the prize was. And thank you, everyone, for voting and everything for her. She, she kicked ass. About time. A gift card. And you too, Jen. Merry Christmas, love. I won't be on here much longer. I've got so much to do still. A gift card. So was it for like what's it called? Walmart? You can buy small Christmas lights with it. Oh dear, sorry. That's funny. Now this is only a couple of days old. And I want you to hear what his attorney has to say about it. Was Walmart. Sorry. Oh dear. Sorry. Good, then you'll be able to win next year as well. How much was it worth, the gift card? Tell me it was a decent amount after all that. Oh dear. Now this is Jeremy Bartley, sorry.
The combination of his mental health, which was exacerbated by the pressure put on him because of this deposition, played a role in what we saw. And within that mental health defense, you really have two things. One, which I've said from the beginning for the preliminary hearing, we think sets the ceiling for the Commonwealth, is extreme emotional disturbance, right? Because that's a partial defense. And that goes to, at the moment he acted, did his emotions become so enraged, disturbed, or inflamed that he acted almost, basically out of control.
Now, Bartley asked that a recent mental health evaluation of his client be unsealed, but Special Judge Christopher Corrin denied that request. Judge Corrin also denied Bartley's request to dismiss the indictment, which really isn't surprising at all. Surrounding all of this is really one question. What was Mickey Stein's thinking at the time that he pulled out his gun and shot Judge Mullins? Bartley told me this earlier this year.
I'm not going to be able to get into what my client has told me. I will tell you that when Mickey entered the judge's chambers, he had, there was no doubt in his mind that his wife and his daughter had been threatened. And based upon what transpired in those chambers, he believed that threat was in motion.
Mm-hmm.
And immediate.
And so,
I'm assuming, because you had said
yes,
we're an imminent threat.
Yeah, he felt that his wife and daughter had been taken.
We know that Mickey Steins tried to call his daughter from Judge Mullins's chambers that day, and he asked about his daughter after the shooting.
I'm going to force you to, okay? We're not going to force you. If you don't want to talk, that's your right. You don't have to. Yeah. I raise your rights. Well, you know, you're the sheriff. I mean, you know just as much as we do. Okay. But it's up to you.
If I can see my daughter in person here
before you leave. Is that what you want?
At the jail.
At the jail.
Yeah. At the jail, through the screen, on the phone, I want to see my daughter in person.
And on the way to the jail, the deputy
case, we want to make sure it's done correctly and handled appropriately. So once that issue is addressed, we will reset a date.
The reason that I bring this up and the reason that I went right back was because it's our source that told us about Mickey being lured away before he goes back to the chambers, that's told us about this judge needing to recuse himself because of the conflict of interest. Now, there is one more. It's the body cam footage from a different angle. I'm not sure who this guy is and what he said. I watched it.
There was some chatter about a possible affidavit too, but we don't know the details of that. So to discuss what possibly could have happened down there in Kentucky today, let's bring in Mark Weaver. He's a prosecutor based in Ohio. Also, he sometimes sits as a judge on certain cases. So, Mark, this special judge, assigned to this case because there was a conflict prior with the other judge, potential conflict at least.
No problem. Thank you. Love you.
Presiding over this case takes...
Have an awesome, wicked fucking Christmas. And I will see you probably in a week's time. I'll be back up. Love you guts. Oh, that's my door. Hang on 1 second. Un momento.
The bench and says, you know what, we were going to have this hearing, but there's something that's come up, and now we have to make sure that this case is handled correctly. I mean, it sounds very cryptic. We don't know yet exactly what went on. So what could this be about? There was some rumbling about a possible affidavit. What could be going on here?
Well, I've been a special prosecutor in more than a dozen Ohio counties, and some of which border Kentucky. So I know a little bit about sort of small town judicial issues, if you will. And many of my cases have featured special or sometimes called visiting judges. Whenever there's a really big case that happens in a really small county where everybody knows each other, it does make sense to have an outside judge come in. But when that outside judge comes in, he or she is not familiar with the local procedures, may or may not know the local lawyers, and everybody who's on, who's worried about whatever.
Yeah. So basically, they were just trying to work out why. So, all right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. He can go. We can go back to there. So yes, another year, my loves, another year. Next year we've got some ideas in the noggin for shit to do. And now I'm all skewy. So look, I would just like to wish you all the best Christmas. With your friends and family. Enjoy it, savor it. They grow up way too soon, and you don't get to see them as often. So enjoy. What I'm going to do between Chrissy and New Year's is some private members only streams, and I'm going to stream the Mushroom Murder documentary, and there's a couple of others on there that I'd like to do, but you need to be a member and on Discord as well, because that's where the information will be found, on Discord, because it won't be on YouTube. It'll be streamed in a private stream off YouTube, if you get my drift. All right. Mwah. Thank you so much for all your support. It's meant the world to me. You know who you are, and I love you all. And yeah, thanks for making it a pleasant place. I hope that I have contributed in a positive way, in some way, to you for the year, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I love you all. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.